Now it's time for Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. Well, with Local Compass this week, we're in different locations, but to deliver you amazing tips and ideas for your next vacation. I am joined today by Alexandra with Antietam World Travel Service and Paul Julia with Collette, a guided tour company that does trips all around the world. So, welcome to Good Morning Frederick to both of you.
Thank you, Dani. Very glad to be here with you.
So, give me a little bit of background about Collette itself and why somebody would want to look at having everything taken care of for them from someone else.
Sure thing, Dani. So we at Collette, we're experts in the space of guided travel and innovators in guided travel. We've had a long time to get guided travel right. We've been in business now for 107 years.
Wow.
That's a long time for a tour company. That actually makes us the oldest tour company in the United States. Family owned and operated and headquartered in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And I'm the representative for Collette in Maryland. We partner very closely with World Travel Service. We do have a preferred partnership with Virtuoso as well. I've been working with World Travel Service even longer than I've been with Collette, and they are always a great partner. So very grateful to be working with them through Collette now. And we're a premium tour company. So we provide a premium touring experience. We're staying at 4-star and above hotels. Those hotels, when we're staying in major cities, are very centrally located. So our guests are always right in the heart of the action. Again, providing an immersive experience. So really focusing on the culture and the cuisine of these fantastic destinations we take our guests to. Of course, we're seeing all the must-see sites and so forth, but we want to immerse our guests in the local culture through various means as well. And that really shows through with our wonderful product design.
But that's one of the great things about working with a company like Collette is that when you and I have done this for years, you go online, you're trying to look at a map and figure out where the hotel is and try to figure out where the things are you want to see, and it's never like what you picture it, even using Google Earth. It's just not the same as having somebody experienced to know that you're going to be in a great location. The excursions are going to make sense to where you're going to go. You're going to be immersed in the culture rather than eating at someplace you recognize while you're away, and all those details are handled for you.
Absolutely. And we give our guests have a lot of choice with us. We have over 170 tours on all 7 continents. We have different travel styles too. So if they're happy with a big bus motor coach tour, we've got that. If they prefer a small group, more intimate experience, our small group explorations fit that bill. And then we have a really interesting product style called Spotlights, where these tours stay at one hotel for the entire time. So just packing and unpacking once. So that's a style that fits a lot of travelers as well. And yeah, having that seamless experience. Our guests always have a tour manager with them from start to finish. These are folks who are local to these destinations, highly knowledgeable about every aspect of the destination. And I've heard some amazing stories about our tour managers just really stepping up and being heroes and saving the day when it was necessary. But of course, providing much more mundane information as well, like where to get the best meal when meals aren't included and things like that. So that can really make a huge difference in someone's vacation experience as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because I think just having somebody, again, when you're traveling on your own, though I've had amazing experiences, you don't have anyone to really rely on for those sorts of questions. And somebody who has been to that destination many times, knows where everything is, and can point you in the right direction. And concierges are great at hotels, but again, they're not your kind of personal person that's been traveling with you this whole time. So yeah, I do 100% think that it's an amazing way to travel and see a country or a location by doing that, which is awesome.
Absolutely. And I'd like to tell you a few ways that we make it even easier on our guests, Dani. One is, which you mentioned, a seamless experience. We can make it so seamless when you book your flights with Collette. In most cases, we are going to provide a sedan service to pick you up at your home. That's available within a 50-mile radius of a major airport, and that's a round
Wow.
trip service, and that's included in the cost of your tour whenever you book the air with us and meet those requirements. And then another great feature of Collette is our cancel for any reason trip insurance. A lot of companies during COVID, during the travel restrictions, they offered vouchers to travelers who had money deposited with them. We actually gave out nearly $200 million in refunds. And our cancel for any reason trip insurance allows our travelers, when they purchase that insurance, to cancel for any reason or no reason at all. All they have to do is notify us no later than the day prior to departure of their tour. And they're going to get a full cash refund, minus, of course, the insurance premium, credited back to their initial form of payment. They're not going to get a credit, they're going to get their money back.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that is cutting edge actually. You can't
Yeah.
even get that through any of the services that I've ever seen. So that
Right.
is phenomenal. So some of the trips coming up that Antietam World Travel Service is promoting, I believe coming up
Yeah.
next year are Costa Rica
Mm-hmm.
and Colorado.
Yeah.
I think is that right, Alexandra?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the tropical Costa Rica that will be April the 13th to the 21st next year. And that's, I think it's about a 10-day tour, and it has air included and everything. And then later that year in September, we're going to do the Colorado Rockies escorted tour.
Wow. And
And then
that's
on,
really great. Yeah,
yeah.
because we talked about this for those people who may not want to travel internationally for whatever reason. Having these guided tours within the United States, again, just allows you to not stress about where you're staying, where you're going. All of that is organized. You
Right.
can just relax and just kind of go with the flow, which makes it such a nice trip.
Yeah, and for the national parks, I mean, you need admissions. Next year is the 250th anniversary, so that's going to be special too. But
Yeah,
I always like the fact that you don't have to worry about, do I need advance reservations to go into a park? Do I have to get up at a specific time so I can get that park reservation? It's all
right.
taken care of. And it's seamless too, because sometimes it's not necessarily easy to drive some of the distances between the parks.
Yeah. No, excellent. And like, oh, I mean, I'm telling you, I'd be sold just on the fact that many of them include pickup at home. That that
Yeah,
alleviates a
yeah,
whole big problem for a lot of people just trying to
right,
figure out who's going to take them to the airport, if they're on time, if you're sharing a
right.
ride. Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big
and
headache
for
itself.
most of our clients in the Frederick area, the 50 miles is really not difficult to accomplish for Baltimore or Washington airports. So a lot
Exactly.
of times it does fit within that perimeter.
Yeah.
And
All
then,
right, Paul. So you are coming to this area in a couple of weeks, actually. I think
mhm,
July
on
22nd at
22nd.
5 p.m. You will be here to answer questions for people. And I think it's a great time if you've never considered doing a guided tour before to come and just ask all the questions. And if you've done one with another company and maybe didn't have the best experience, this is the time to come and bring those things to you to say, "Hey, what would happen in this situation?" or "How do you guys handle this?" I love it, and I love
Mhm,
the versatility of a large group or small group. You can really customize what you're doing.
yeah, yeah, and big
Yeah,
on
that's
for the horizon also in 2027 in the fall, we're planning then a small exploration tour, which is South Africa, Botswana, and Victoria Falls.
Ah, spectacular. That's been on
Yeah,
my bucket list for a while too. Might
yeah,
have to look at that. So, our viewers need to go to antietamtravel.com. Right on the homepage, if you scroll down, actually, it's right when you get to that page, you'll
right.
see the Collette in person kind of information session at 5 o'clock. Show up.
we'll have some
We have some
tchotchkes to hand
refreshments.
out. It'll be a
Yeah.
lot of these presentations are always a lot of fun, and you can learn a lot about the destinations. And I'm glad you pointed this out. Like if you're a traveler who's experienced guided travel before and you found it to be cookie cutter or stereotypical, we've broken a lot of those stereotypes. So I'm
Mhm.
confident you'll be
Yeah,
much more comfortable traveling with Colette.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, if you've been in business for over 100 years, that is saying a lot.
Mhm.
Because I'm telling you, very difficult to be consumer end of things and do a great job for so long. So kudos to you guys for that. Join Paul, Alexandra, and the rest of the team at Antietam World Travel Service July 22nd, 5 p.m.
Right.
Stop by and get your questions answered and maybe look at some of these destinations that are coming up here soon for your next vacation. Anything else, Paul, that we haven't covered?
I would just say, even if these tours don't interest your listeners, the Costa Rica, Colorado, and the one we have forecast for South Africa in 2027, Antietam Travel can help you book any Collette product whatsoever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, we've got a wide variety of tours to choose from. So, if you're interested in traveling with us somewhere else, come on down and have a chat with us that evening. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, yeah, and they can sign up, like Dani said, on our website. If somebody feels more comfortable to call us, we will take their names and add them to the list. But we'd love to hear from everybody who wants to attend.
Absolutely. And there's no time like the present to be planning your next vacation.
Yes.
Even if it's a year or two in advance, all the better to make sure you get everything you want to get when you plan in advance. Well, we want to
Yes.
thank Paul and Alexandra for joining us for this week's Local Compass. Head to antietamtravel.com right now to sign up for the next invitation of an event. And of course, don't forget Alaska. We're doing Alaska in 2026, and that's on their page as well. I'd love for you to come with us there. But Paul, we really appreciate everything you're doing to keep educating us about Collette.
Thank you, Dani. I really appreciate this opportunity. So,
Thanks, Dani.